Welcome back, friends. LostScarf here, and it's time for Ace Attorney Investigations, Miles Edgeworth, or the other way around. So, maybe you're wondering why we do these voice LPs. Because, well, voice LPs allow me to find new voices and to practice old ones, and with that, it'll help us do, well, have better voices. Also, because we want to do bridges in the future, and that will help out with having many voices for many characters, because it's just going to be me. Yeah. That was a crazy thing to do, but it's what we're gonna do. Oh my god. So let's go ahead and get back here. So we're on the boat. Let me go unload where we are, because we save state. And there. Alright, it's her. Right. Hello. I'm really gonna be sad she's the killer. Unless she's a red herring, but she's probably the killer. Alright, so giving her Valley Girl voice. Yeah, oh? I'm Cammy Melee? Chamomile! Alright. So... she is a meal. Is the other lady a drink too? I'm Chamomile. I'm a flight attendant. And what is it you wish to say? Well, I think your story's a little different from how I remember it. What do you mean, Cammy? I saw Mr. Hicks sitting in his seat at 5 a.m., you know? What? How can you be so sure of the time? Oh, that's right. He pushed his call button while we were parked at the transfer point. Alright. Message from Mr. iFly. This flight will be making a brief stop to refuel and transfer cargo in the Republic of Zhangfa between 4 and 5 a.m. We ask that all passengers remain on board at that time. Thank you for cooperation. Ah, the stop we made for refueling and cargo transfer in Zhangfa, correct? Yes, it was from 4 to 5 a.m. according to our clocks. And during that time, did any of the passengers leave or did any new ones board this flight? No. Not a single person got off or on in Zhangfa. What about the flight crew? The few who were handling the cargo transfer might have temporarily gotten on or off. But eventually everyone, including Cammy and myself, came back on the plane. That freaking smile of hers. So basically, I can assume that no one left or got on since our initial takeoff. Interesting. I should keep that in mind. Alright, her freaking theme music. Alright. Yeah, and I answered his call. I can tell you, Mr. Ackby Hicks. They don't get the joke here, Ackby Hicks? I don't know. Was there in his seat when we took off again at 5 a.m.? Alright. Alright. Then that puts the time of the murder between 5 and 6:15 a.m. Okay. Now what time did you come down to the lounge? Mr. Edgeworth? I remember coming down here almost as soon as we left the Republic of Zhangfa. Ah! You were here the whole time from 5, yes? Then you are the only one who could be the killer. Mr. Edgeworth, were you really here in this lounge the entire time from 5 a.m. onwards? Unfortunately, yes. But then, how do we explain the footprints? Is it not obvious? This man waited for Mr. Hicks in the lounge, waited to kill him, and then he put the corpse into the elevator. That is when the turbulence happened. My eyewitness testimony may have been mistaken, but what time I saw Mr. Hicks enter the elevator on the second floor does not matter, because the entire incident concluded here in this lounge. Everything happened in this lounge? Is that what you really believe, Mr. LeBlanc? You have any another idea? I simply feel that there is something out of place in the scenario you presented. Killed him in the gift shop and took his body over to the freaking elevator. Is this something that can tie this crime to a location other than the lounge? Yeah, there. The murder weapon, this little piggy bank, is sold at the in-flight shop. It is sold there and only there. It is not displayed here in this lounge. However, then, did it find its way here? No, however, how did it find its way here? Don't you find that a tiny bit suspicious? Such a trivial point. It only made you prepared at taking it from the shop first before coming here. It doesn't prove you're innocent at all. Is there no way to win with this man? Hold who? If I may. What is it? You see... Well, it's just as Mr. Edgeworth says. Oh? And why do you know this so well? Well, it's just that piggy bank was there in the shop. I saw it with my own eyes. And when was this? It was maybe around 5:40 a.m. Isn't it just before we hit that patch of turbulence? That's right. You were in the shop just before the turbulence? Yes, I was. Come to think of it, Mr. Nero, when I found the body, I believe you came out of that door. Yes, I did. Damn, she's got hair, damn. And what is beyond that door? That's the flight attendant's room. Then you were on the first floor? Yes. I had to do something at the shop and in the flight attendant's room. Hey, Mel. So I went to the shop first, and then to the flight attendant's room. Are you saying you passed by me at some point? Yes, you seemed really into the issue of Sky magazine you were reading at the time. Okay, Mel, that's good. I don't suppose you noticed me walking by. I vaguely recall someone walking by, but I didn't take notice of who it was. Anyway, the piggy bank was definitely there at the shop when I went there. Why did you go to the shop in the first place? I went there for a work-related matter. Work, you say? Yes, the upkeep of the shop is also one of my responsibilities. Why did you not say anything about that until now is what I want to know. In any case, I believe it's clear that the shop needs to be investigated as well. Shall we head over there then? Now what? What is it now? Rhonda? No. Aren't you forgetting something, Miss Rhonda? Don't you need the captain's permission to check the shop? No, I haven't forgotten. But I've already asked him for permission to search the entire plane. So I think we're alright. Huh? That's weird. What is it? Well, I just talked to the captain, see? And he said that he didn't give you permission to do anything like that at all. At all? Huh? What is the meaning of this, Mr. Nero? It means she's lying? Go on, admit that you are. You said you had permission to search all over, but you don't, and yet here you are. You, flight attendant! What are you trying to pull? Pull the sheep over us? The captain's calling for you, Miss Rhonda. Rhoda? Is Rhoda Tenero? Oh, but don't worry. I already got permission to search the shop from the captain. See, unlike you, I do things the right way. Woo! Miss Tenero, why would you do such a thing? Please excuse me. Looks like I get to be in charge for now. Please go back to your seat, Mr. LeBlanc. Now then, Mr. Edgeworth. If you would follow me, I will be your guide from now on. There's something about Mr. Nero that has piqued my curiosity. But right now, investigating the in-flight shop is my top priority. You're pointing! Oh, I am really mad. You had better hurry and bring to me some evidence. If you could wait just a little longer while we look into the shop. Don't number the birds before they get born. Don't number the what? I have no idea what he's trying to say. Don't count your chickens before they hatch, perhaps? All I ask of you is your patience and cooperation. I like that they kept in mind that he would do these movements. Talk to Sleepy Girl, who I still think is the murderer since she's so tired. Miss Meal, about investigating the in-flight shop. You're of no use to me asleep. Wake up! Huh? What's up? I need you to come with me so I can search the shop. Go on ahead without me? I'll catch up with you later. How has this woman not yet been fired? Alright. Well, I'll just go there now? Okay. March 12, 8:32 a.m. Okay, now there she is. So this is the in-flight shop. It's quite a mess in here. You think? Guess I'll have to clean up things up then? Teehee. Hold on. You can't clean up a potential crime scene. Oh, thank goodness. I hate cleaning so much. I mustn't rush things here. I must remain cool and calm and collected. Because this piggy bank was left at the crime scene. There's a very good chance that the killer had paid this place a visit. Here we go, Doctor. I don't know much about this shop, but you can still ask me about whatever. Notice anything? So what do you think about what has happened regarding this case? Oh, I don't know. I think you're the killer though, Mr. Edgeworth? I can assure you that I'm here in this shop to prove just the opposite. Just passes out on him. Yeah, but it was me that got you the permission to look around. You know? So don't forget that, okay? How am I supposed to thank you properly if you insist on falling asleep? Well, you know, what's really show your thanks? You see that item for sale over there? Sorry, but you're going to have to make do with my words of appreciation. Jeez. Girl wants these suitcases. What are these? Oh, those are our company's completely original line of suitcases? They're practically flying out the door? That's how popular they are? You should buy one and see how you like it. You won't regret it. Perhaps that's how things work on this flight, but in the real world you try, then buy. No way, but either way it doesn't really matter. True. Either way, why would anyone buy a suitcase after they've boarded the plane? Anyway, see that? Just look at all the Mr. iFly heads painted on there. Cute company mascot, isn't he? They're painted on with a lot of care. Doesn't he look like he's just about to jump out at you? It is certainly making something jump inside my stomach. Huh? Oh, I guess there's no fooling your refined taste? You look like you really wanted to get one? And I thought I was going to finally make my first sale, but you saw right through it? Glad that's done, though. Never make me try to give you a sales pitch ever again, okay? But I never showed any interest in it to begin with. Hee. It really is pretty horrible, isn't it? You want to know something? The suitcase was designed by Miss Rhoda. Miss Tonetto designed this? Yeah, it was a company-wide contest. Well, it does have a very sharp design sense. Sharp? Like stinky sharp cheddar, maybe? Ooh, really have no idea why the bigwigs decided to go with it. It's so blah. Miss Tonetto designed this, did she? It's definitely not what I would have expected. Ah! Whoa! You okay? I'm fine. Please watch yourself, Miss Meal. Letting the suitcase freely roll around has got to be a safety violation. Plane shaking caused it to roll in flight suitcases. Suitcase play can be hazardous. That's gonna be a clue of some kind. Here, I'll put it back. Okay. Weird. Inside this display case is a row of lifesavers and life vests for sale. We sell a lot of those when there's some kind of accident or something. But some people buy them even when nothing's going on. How about it, Mr. Edgeworth? Care to buy one? I sense that this shop is one shopper away from being sued. A monkey on the rack. There are all kinds of luxury name brand merchandise for sale in this display case. And they're lined up in just such a manner as to scream, "Buy me!" to any passers-by. A monkey. Stuffed toys just like the one Miss Meal is holding are on display here. They're relatively cheap, which explains why they're displayed so haphazardly. How about it, Mr. Edgeworth? You know you want one too? They're great for when you're stressed. Why do I envision stuffed animal abuse when she's not that? Could be a clue as to why she has one. She's stressed about something. The glass from the display case. Ace's door is shattered all over the floor. And it looks like there's nothing on display inside either. Wait, actually I think there is something. What's this? A mini captain's hat? The mini captain's hat? I swear I've seen one of these before. There's a wide selection of souvenirs for sale in these display cases. You know what I suggest? Sorry, but I have no intention of buying souvenirs on this trip. Okay, then how about you buy something for me then? As a present? I can't think of a single reason why I'd want to buy you anything. But I've had my eye on that pendant for such a long time. Try paying some attention to me when I ask you something, and then we'll talk. Logic, what we got? Broken glasses, suitcase, murder weapon, tiny captain's hat. Does it go on him? Maybe it does. Let's try. The head probably used to be on the piggy bank's head. Let's give it a go and see. I believe this piggy bank was forcibly removed from this display case. Does this mean that the killer broke the glass to get it? Eh? Really? Don't tell me you don't know what thing goes where in this shop? Well, I don't. Miss Rhoda's in charge of this place. So come on, how should I know anything? I sense that further inspection of this display case is needed. Nook and cranny? Okay, let's see it. Maybe it's nook and cranny time, let's see. Here we go. I want to rest until every time. Okay. Look at everything. Is this the same man as the one portrayed by the statues around the elevator? Yeah, that's a paperweight of the founder of iFly Airlines, Mr. Hugo iFly. On the bottom shelf we have the cute one, the middle shelf is the realistic one. And on the top shelf, that's the floral version. Floral version? Are you sure about that? Let me guess. You just said the first thing that came to your mind, right? Looks like I hit the bullseye. See about it. Let's see. Okay. Look at the right side next. Books. iFly Airlines related books line this shelf. The history of iFly Airlines, the future of iFly Airlines, the 7 wonders of iFly, fight on iFly Airlines, working name, Go You Airlines, iFlying. The titles make it very clear that they won't be making the top sellers list anytime soon. For security, there's a lock on this display case. Miss Meal, if I may ask you about this lock. The one who's in charge of the shop is Miss Rhoda, so she's got the keys to all the display cases? I see. Oh? I bet you want to buy something? You want me to go get the key from her? No, that's alright. Story. The glass on this door is broken. Perhaps it was the killer who broke it in order to take the piggy bank. It's a bit odd that the inside of the case is so devoid of glass shards. Plus the glass broke rather cleanly. Huh? What is it? I touched the glass and it cut my finger? It hurts, Mr. Edgeworth? It hurts? Please tell me you can deal with such a minor cut on your own. No. Look! Okay, about the center then. Nope, alright, skip out. Okay, so that's everything then. We can deduce, I guess. Try deduce. Yeah, it's connected to the freaking statue. Put it in. Eureka! There's definitely something very unusual about this. About what? The killer had broken the glass to get at the Mr. iFly bank. There should be shards of glass inside the case itself. Oh, I see. Yeah, I guess it'd be like that. However, there's not a single piece of glass inside the display case. Nope, no, there isn't. Which means the glass was broken from the inside out. What? That's what I thought too, but I still don't know how. The piggy bank must have fallen over from the turbulence and right through the glass. Yeah, that's for sure. There's so much glass all over the floor. I'm willing to bet that this hat was knocked off its head at that time too. That's nice. Which leads me to believe that the killer took Mr. iFly from her after the turbulence. Okay. Z? Take your power naps on your own time, Miss Meal, and listen when I'm talking. Ma? But the murder occurred before the turbulence, which rules this piggy bank out as the murder weapon. What? Do you mean the bank's not the real murder weapon? It's a fake? Yes, at this point, that is a very real possibility. But then what if when the killer went to take Mr. iFly, they broke the glass by accident? The display case is locked, so that's highly unlikely. Yeah, but there's one person who could have. Oh, and who would that be? Miss Rhoda, of course. She really doesn't like her. I mean, she's the one in charge of this place, so she has the keys to everything? Miss Rhoda Tenero. Rhoda Tenero. I still don't know what the hell that's supposed to be a pun on. Rhonda Tenero or Rhoda Tenero? Rhoda Tenero. I still don't know. Hello. Logic. Well, the suitcase and turbulence. Let's see here. Connect them? Yes, there's definitely something wrong here. What's with the sudden yelling? Tell me, Miss Meal, don't you think there's something strange about these suitcases? Oh, well, sure. They totally ooze strange, like the color and the such. That's not what I'm talking about. Now pay attention. Huh? You're scaring me, Mr. Edgeworth? Sorry. These suitcases are lined up a bit too prim and proper. Yeah? They look a bit uptight, don't they? But I guess they take after their creator. Again, that's not what I meant, Miss Meal. Don't you find it unusual that these cases are the only things undisturbed by the turbulence? Never mind, I'd sooner find an answer by inspecting these suitcases myself. Upon closer inspection, they really are quite hideous. Wonder how Miss Rhoda would have reacted if she'd heard that, what you just said. What's wrong?
He makes a good point. It would be wise of me to watch out what I say out loud. What's this? I spotted something that's not quite right. What is so unusual about this?
The flowers? Suitcases look the same to me. Oh, this one doesn't have the stoppers. Right there.
There's something very peculiar about these wheels.
Huh? As in?
As in, there are no stoppers in place on these. Without stoppers, one would think that the turbulence would have sent it flying.
And?
And so it is very likely that the suitcase was placed here after we hit that turbulence.
What if she was trying to kill Tenero?
Let's take a closer look at it, shall we? This was apparently designed by Miss Tenero herself. The design has a certain je ne sais quoi about it. Yes, perhaps that is the best way to put it. A $1,200 price tag. Not exactly priced by someone with a conscience, I'd say.
Jesus Christ. Open it up.
It would appear to be unlocked. Let's take a look at what's inside.
Ah!
A piece of cloth. And it's soaked with blood.
Huh? It's blood?
It appears that this suitcase is very strongly tied to a murder after all.
Investigation complete, really? Alright. So explain this to me? What does the suitcase have to do with the murder?
I believe it's pretty safe to say that the killer used the suitcase in some manner. Such as to move something, perhaps?
The body? Eh? But aren't you just talking about the cloth then?
That alone is too small. A larger item would be needed to move what I'm thinking of. The thing I believe the killer used the suitcase for to transport is the body. Something that would fit inside a suitcase that is also covered in blood. Sounds like a dead body, doesn't it?
They carried the suitcase, they did not wheel it back, considering that there were footprints, but not wheel prints as far as we know. Bloody cloth data jotted down in my organizer. But,
in light of this, I'd say that Mr. Hicks was moved into the elevator for someplace else. Which means that the murder was committed in an entirely different location.
Ooh. So you're saying that after moving the body into the elevator, the killer brought the suitcase in here and just left it?
Exactly. What is it?
Nothing. Just that I was thinking about what Miss Rhoda said about coming here for something. She's really just planting the seed on Rhoda.
Excuse me, Mr. Edgeworth.
Gotta be Rhoda. Yep.
I wanted to give you a bit more time, but I'm afraid I wasn't able to convince the captain. I'm very sorry, Mr. Edgeworth, but the captain feels that he has allowed you ample time. He says that he'd appreciate it if you could wrap it up here and return to your seat. I understand his sentiments, however, if I'm not allowed to complete my investigation, the crime scene may become contaminated by the time we land. I must stop, and I insist I be allowed to oversee the preservation of the two sites. Under your supervision, of course.
If that's the only condition, then I believe we can accommodate your wishes. I'm here to assist you in any way that I can, Mr. Edgeworth. Sounds like fun. We can camp out and watch over everything together.
I found proof that the real crime scene was not in the lounge. And I have enough evidence to prove myself to be innocent of any wrongdoing. And yet, regarding what Miss Meal reminded me about Miss Danero, I can't allow my investigation to end here. The truth must come to light.
That's the stopping point. Alright, that's a good spot. We're at 30 minutes, so... my throat needs some rest anyway. A little rest. Saving? Alright, so next time we'll continue from here. I was gonna say, is it gonna save or not? Oh, they landed! Oh, okay, so... Now what? How's he gonna figure out the killer now? So what the hell's going on here? Jeez. Alright, well that's gonna be the game for now. Next time we do this. So I had fun if I'm watching. That's what's all about it. Having fun. Thanks for coming by and see you next time.